got Deathfall and Valhalla Video in the chat, and we've got a couple other viewers as well. Welcome in. Take a seat, find a spot anywhere in the coral reef. Just make sure, don't sit on the anemones. Those actually do sting. I'm immune to it because I'm a clownfish, but you're probably not going to like it very much. How is everyone doing today? I have been enjoying my new stream PC very much. We'll be doing some more gaming apps when we get into everything, but we've got some movies to review today. I saw the Nun II, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, and then we've also got new episodes of Ahsoka and Star Trek Lower Decks to talk about. We also got some new news on the Hollywood front. I've got a couple stories lined up there for you. But before we get into that, what's an audio issue? What's going on with audio? What's the audio issue? My mic seems fucked up. Let me take a look. Hang on, let me listen to it over here. Oh boy, that sounds awful. Let's see what this is.
Okay, I see. I had added something in. So sorry about that. Hopefully that should be better. No, I was looking at some new looking at a new limiter maybe, but I installed it and forgot to configure it at all. So okay. Anyway, so let's ignore any of that happened. I am so glad I have a very attentive chat who let me know about the audio issues. It should be good to go now. Yeah, so how's everyone's week been so far? I saw, hang on, Sai said something in chat earlier. You thought it was a meme that I was underwater? Yeah, I can see. Like, I played it for just a second on my end to see what it was. I'm like, oh god, yeah, I know what the problem is. But yeah, no, I saw Sai mention I couldn't find his glasses, and that reminded me, I need to get some new glasses. I know Vosh has just picked up some, and as soon as he was like doing his stream showing off his new glasses, my main glasses that I wear, like the one of the arms started to bend, and like I have two pairs, but I had been wearing that one because the other pair, there's some of like the finish had been like wearing off and it was causing me rashes in certain spots. But unfortunately, because the other pair of glasses, the arm is like basically about to fall off now, I have to use the ones that give me rashes. So I need to go and pick up some new glasses. So I usually just use any optical, so I'm just make an order online there. You were sleeping on yours. I hope you didn't break them. Valhalla Video says your eyes used to work well, then you got punched in the face for a living. That's right, you did MMA or something like that, right? I feel like you mentioned that. Let me know if I've got your lore right or if I've got it wrong. Anyway, welcome in everyone else. I think, yeah, we've got like 3 different stories to cover here for Hollywood news. But why don't I go ahead and get started on that? So Lore Master Fesh. All right. Okay, so it is Hollywood on strike time, and I'm gonna start this week's segment on it with some absolutely breaking news. Breaking as in I saw Variety tweet this like an hour ago. WGA talks to resume next week after month-long limbo. Talks between the Writers Guild of America and the major studios are set to resume next week as the sides seek to end the 4-month-old writer's strike. The WGA asked the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers on Wednesday for a meeting, the Studio Alliance said in a meeting. On Wednesday, September 13th, the WGA reached out to the AMPTP and asked for a meeting to move negotiations forward, the AMPTP said. We have agreed and are working to schedule a meeting next week. Every member company of the AMPTP is committed and eager to reach a fair deal and to working together with the WGA to end the strike. The two sides were last at the negotiating table on August 18th. Several entertainment CEOs met with a group of WGA leaders at the Lux Sunset Boulevard Hotel on August 22nd, but there have been no talks since then. Each side has maintained that the other side owes them a response, which has kept the talks frozen in place for the last 3 weeks. So if we are to take the AMPTP at their word on it, it looks like the WGA blinked first. I don't know what this means for what the WGA is coming to the table with. I'm a little nervous here, but yeah, I know that the WGA had been like, look, you gave your offer, we countered, we're still waiting on you to come back. And the AMPTP was just like, what? We're waiting for you to come back. So both of them have been saying it was the other person. And if we are to take the AMPTP at their word, it looks like the WGA blinked first. And I hope that doesn't harm them in the negotiations, but we'll see what goes. It is good to see movement on this front. It's also, we have to keep in mind, we haven't heard anything from the WGA on this. This is the AMPTP themselves announcing this. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But in happier news, breaking. Marvel Studios visual effects workers unanimously voted in favor of unionizing with IATSE in a labor board election. This marks the first time a unit of solely VFX workers has unionized with IATSE since VFX was pioneered nearly a half-century ago. They did it! Unanimously, they voted. They are in IATSE now. They are unionized. They are the first unionized VFX workers in Hollywood. Let's go! If I had a soundboard, I would be hitting it right now with some applause. I should probably get something like that set up, but this is great news. And that's cute that they're using the little marble fists. Is that Daredevil's fist? Kind of looks like Daredevil's fist. With Walt Disney Picture VFX staffers already voting in their own labor board election, we anticipate this is the first of many organizing victories within VFX. Interested in client-side and vendor-side VFX workers should reach out to union organizers at vfxunion.org. Nice. We couldn't have superheroes flying, battling, morphing, or anything without visual effects. This isn't about any single project or studio. This is only the beginning. So this is great news on the front. This isn't, strike news specifically, but it is good Hollywood union news. But in terms of, now that I've got that, happy news in the way, we'll see what happens there. We'll see how this impacts Marvel long-term. Most of the VFX work that Marvel does is offshore effects houses, so those wouldn't be impacted by this. This VFX union is specifically the people who are on site, so they're like the ones working specifically with like setting up things for filming it, like on the green screen and stuff like that. They're the in-house VFX team, and I think it's like 18 people. So it's not a huge group of people, but it's a start. And with that, happy bit of news out of the way, let's get back into it. So if you remember, actually just Monday I was covering this. Drew Barrymore is resuming her talk show despite the WGA strike still going on. Now, Drew Barrymore, even though she's a member of SAG-AFTRA has a number of different contracts with like different aspects of the entertainment industry, and so talk shows are not currently on strike. So since the Drew Barrymore show is a talk show, having a talk show itself is not in violation of the SAG-AFTRA strike, and so technically that can resume. Except that talk shows are not like, they don't just spring out of the ether. The topics have to be come up with. They have to be written. You have to have monologues. You have writers for that. And so the Drew Barrymore show is a WGA show. And they're starting back up without their writers because the writers are still on strike. And I covered how they kicked out a couple of people who wore a WGA pin to one of the tapings. And the day after I covered that, we had this. Monday, 2 Drew Barrymore audience members were kicked out for wearing WGA buttons. A show spokesperson expressed regret over the incident. And Tuesday, audiences leaving the Drew taping told us their bags and purses were searched by security. All WGA buttons were confiscated. So they're going all in on this. This is not just Drew Barrymore has like this, aesthetic of being a very kind and warm and like kind of uwu small bean in the industry, but her team is going through and stealing people's WGA buttons so that doesn't show up on screen because it'll make them look bad. Valhalla Vidya says she's going to use Scab writers, doesn't she? Well, that's the thing. Even if she doesn't have any other writers on staff and she writes all the segments herself, that makes her the Scab, because she would be doing the writing for her writers. She's not a member of the WGA. So yeah, it's all bad. And unfortunately, Drew, I worry that you're doing this is being used as like to be like have a friendly face on scabbing, because we're seeing this narrative of, oh well, these strikes have gone on so long that it's hurting the other team members, so it's time for us to all just get back to work. And before I get into the other person who is resuming their talk show amid the strike, we do have one more bit of information about response to Drew Barrymore choosing to resume her show. The National Book Foundation. The National Book Awards is an evening dedicated to celebrating the power of literature and the incomparable contributions of writers to our culture. In light of the announcement that the Drew Barrymore show will resume production, the National Book Foundation has rescinded Miss Barrymore's invitation to host the 74th National Book Awards ceremony. Our commitment is to ensure that the focus of the awards remains on celebrating writers and books, and we are grateful to Miss Barrymore and her team for their understanding in this situation. Yeah, so she is seeing backlash, rightfully so, for these decisions, and it will continue. But as I was saying, and I brought this up because I was about to move on to the next topic, but I just remembered this one because I saw the tab. Bill Maher just tweeted this out yesterday. Real time is coming back, unfortunately. Yep, I agree. Okay, that's it. No. Yeah, so real time is coming back, unfortunately. Sans writers or writing. It has been 5 months and it is time to bring people back to work. Oh, you're not a writer, Bill. You're not the one who gets to decide when the WGA can end their strike. That's on them. The writers have important issues that I sympathize with. We're gonna find out later that's bullshit. And hope they are addressed to their satisfaction, but they are not the only people with issues, problems, and concerns. This is the opposite of solidarity. Now, I will say I don't expect anything better from Bill Maher. Bill Maher is a reactionary piece of shit. So, of course, he's going to do this. And honestly, I think it's a real shame that Drew Barrymore is doing this too, because having the face of, the scabbing be Bill Maher instead of Drew Barrymore, that's a much better optical thing, because Drew Barrymore has the perception of being such a kind and friendly person. Bill Maher has the perception of being a fucking asshole, because he is. So, despite some assistance from me, much of the staff is struggling mightily. We all were hopeful this would come to an end after Labor Day, but that day has come and gone, and there still seems to be nothing happening. Well, they are coming back to the table next week. We'll see how that goes. I love my writers, I am one of them, but I'm not prepared to lose an entire year and see so many below-the-line people suffer so much. So below-the-line people, that usually just means people who aren't, top credited, but, this right here, this is the divide and conquer strategy, your strike, that's hurting the little guy. No, actually, the little guy is getting hurt by the studios not, accepting the reasonable demands of the writers. I will honor the spirit of the strike by not doing a monologue, a desk piece, new rules, or editorial, the written pieces that I am so proud of on real time, and I'll say it up front to the audience, the show I will be doing without my writers will not be as good as our normal show, full stop. But the heart of the show is an off-the-cuff panel discussion that aims to cut through the bullshit and predictable partisanship, and that will continue. The show will not disappoint. Well, I mean, that's not possible. The show's always disappointing. So it sounds like his show is just going to be the panel. We'll see. I'm not going to watch it, so I don't know how I'll see, but I don't know. Maybe somebody will take a look and see if he holds true to his promises that he is, in fact, not doing any writing on this talk show whatsoever. Something tells me that's really not going to be possible. Somebody did a very funny edit of this that I just want to share. It's not really news, but, you know, I appreciated it. I retweeted it, so here we go. Real time is coming back, unfortunately. We all were hopeful this would come to an end, but I love to see people suffer. And I'll say it up front to the audience, the show will not be good, full stop. The heart of the show is bullshit, and that will continue. The show will disappoint. Phil Halavidia says, Drew having a total rich white woman moment? Yeah, unfortunately. Now, there was, last week I covered a Variety story that was talking about Bill Maher, his opinions on the writer's strike, that I only covered it to point out why is Variety paying attention to Bill Maher's opinion, which, you know, I tie back to Variety and The Hollywood Reporter and Deadline are all owned by one company that is a member of the AMPTP, so they have a financial incentive to promote stories where, like, you have one member of the WGA who's got their concerns with how things are being run, or a crank like Bill Maher talking about how the writers are being unreasonable. Of course, they're gonna boost those stories wider. But now that Bill Maher is bringing back his show, Crossing the Picket Line, let's take a look and see what it was that he was saying on his podcast. Oh, actually, hang on. I don't know if I've got the audio for that. Give me a second here. Give me 1 second. Oh, hey, Dragon Knight Dragonborn, welcome in. Okay, let's just do it like this. So his whole thing, they could go out to the 24th century. No, that's absurd. Of course, they're not going out that far. It's the studio that needs to come to the table and work with them and give them a reasonable counteroffer. Well, okay. Yeah, Bill. The writer's strike is hurting other people in the industry, but it's not because the writers are striking. It's because the other side is not coming to the table. So here, let me make this big. There. We can see more of his ugly mug, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we just we have to find the nuance. We gotta find the nuanced argument that allows me to break solidarity with the working people. Like, he doesn't care about this. He's tired of not having his show on the air, and he wants to go back to work because he doesn't ultimately care about what the writers want. And you'll see he's got some stuff to say about what the writers are demanding. I think Jim Gaffigan's probably doing his best here. I'm not super familiar with his politics. I know that his stand-up, he has typically tried to stay very able... Oh, the video has no sound. I've been playing it the whole time with desktop audio turned on, and it's still no sound. Shoot. Let me start that over then. How do we get this? Because I've got desktop audio turned on. Do you hear this? We'll keep going once I hear somebody say whether they heard that. Does anybody hear that? Hang on. Oh, I just realized I was listening to, what's going on here? Because I turned on desktop audio. I'm disabling that now because that's not working. I'm sorry about this. I might have to cut this part, but, here, let me give it one more. Let's see. That's weird that it wouldn't capture the desktop audio, because I was seeing it here in the audio mixer. Let's see.
The strike is a perfect example. Those guys would never go back.
I'm giving that a test, and then I'm going to turn it on over here.
The strike is a perfect...
Okay, that one works. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's start this one over. Okay, sorry about the technical issues. Let's listen to Bill Maher.
The strike is a perfect example. Those guys would never go back. This strike could go on till the 24th century. They would stay out.
Yeah, it's not going to the 24th century, Bill. It's been 5 months and you feel like it's going to go on forever. Like that's absurd.
I feel for my writers. I love my writers. I'm one of my writers. But there's a big other side to it, and a lot of people are being hurt besides them. A lot of people who don't make as much money as them in this bipartisan world we have, where you're just in one camp or the other. There's no in between. You're either for the strike, like they're fucking Che Guevara out there. You know, like this is Cesar Chavez lettuce picking strike, or you're with Trump.
No, come on. That's absurd. It's about having solidarity with the workers because they are the ones being aggrieved against by the exploitation of the Hollywood studio. There are people in SAG-AFTRA who voted for Trump who are still, and I guess SAG-AFTRA, I guess also the WGA, who voted for Trump, who are still wanting a fair deal here. Come on.
You know, like there's no different. There's only two camps, and it's much more complicated than that.
It is, but I do feel like there is a lot of the points, a lot of the grievances I kind of agree with.
I do understand that they're getting screwed a bit by the streamers, yes.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a change, and you either, you know, it's like anything that is, you know, I believe in free market, but I also believe in trust and then verify, right?
What does that mean?
Meaning, you know, you don't trust, you know, like the reason, I mean, Zaslav made $400 million, and I think they're looking for 80 million for, you know, it's like they're gonna, you know, you leave a kid in front of a bowl of marshmallows, they're gonna eat the marshmallows. It's not like,
I'm not sure what he means with the marshmallow thing, but yeah, like, I feel like Gaffigan's doing his best. I don't know a whole lot about Gaffigan's politics here, but I do know that his like stand-up, he tends to keep it fairly apolitical. It's mostly just about food, but he seems like he's giving some pushback on what Maher is saying here.
Some grand thing. It's
Well, I don't know. What you're saying? They're only asking for $80 million.
well, I'm saying
They're asking for a lot of things.
They're
that
asking for a lot
that
of
are
things.
like kooky. Like what I find objectionable about
What's kooky? What are they asking for that's kooky?
the philosophy of the strike, it seems to be they have really morphed a long way from 2007 strike, where they kind of believe that you're owed a living as a writer, and you're not. This is show
Wait.
business. This is
You're not owed a living as a writer, is what he's saying. Okay, let me go back to that.
owed a
Remember, this is what he called a kooky idea.
living as a writer, and you're not. This is show business. This is a make or miss league.
Sorry, let me go back a little bit
For the
further.
strike.
I want to make sure we get this full thing.
What I find objectionable about the philosophy of the strike, it seems to be they have really morphed a long way from 2007 strike, where they kind of believe that you're owed a living as a writer, and you're not. This is show business. This is a make or miss league, and not everybody.
you don't think that like
This isn't about like if you get a gig or not, dude. Like this isn't just about writers, not being able to get gigs. I mean, now granted, the increased the increased writer room size, yeah, that does create more jobs. That is good. But also like it's not just that the writers aren't making it in Hollywood, it's that they can't afford to make it in Hollywood because they're not getting paid enough, because the studios are doing everything in their power to make writing like a less than minimum wage position, a less than minimum wage career. What the fuck do you mean? Oh, they're not owed a living. They're owed enough of a living that they can write and help create the things that you require to operate your industry.
they should that streamers should reveal numbers so that they can
Maybe,
calculate things?
sure.
So anyway, yeah, okay. So that's just that is a little excerpt from his podcast where he said that writers aren't owed a living, where he seems to be conflating the whole, like it's true that not every writer is owed a writing gig in like a broad sense of the way that the entertainment industry works, that just because you've got an idea doesn't mean you just automatically get to make a TV show. But what the fuck does he mean they're not owed a living? If they're working a job in Hollywood, they should be able to pay their bills. They should be able to, raise a family. That's what they're asking for. And Hollywood is taking every single opportunity. Every time there is a massive shift in the media landscape, when you've got the move from TV to streaming, the systems have changed, and Hollywood is like, oh, this part isn't covered by the previous contract, so we can screw them out of it and keep more of our own money. And Bill Maher thinks that trying to counter that, trying to get back to a position where they used to be, where it used to pay them a lot better, and where writers' rooms used to be a more regular thing. I mean, like the minimum writer room requirements, that's just trying to codify something that used to just be industry standard, and now the studios are trying to do away with it so that they can pay writers like day rates for just like punching up a script here and there rather than actually giving them a job. And this asshole is, bringing his show back without writers. I wouldn't be surprised if none of those writers want to come back to his show afterward, because he certainly does not have their backs. And honestly, I wonder how well he is paying his writers. Although then again, I have no idea what kind of what kind of mind it would attract to, you know, work for a guy like Bill Maher. But holy shit. What a scumbag. Hang on just a minute here. This one isn't so much about Hollywood on strike, so let me change the thing. I've got another story coming up. I just need to change the topic thing here. So, I noticed today on Twitter that Jonathan Majors was trending. Actually, let me pull up Jonathan Majors on Twitter so that we can see. Hang on. Okay, so Jonathan Majors, let's see what's showing up here. Looks like people are reacting to TMZ, saying, here's the first video of Jonathan Majors playing the hero in real life as he broke up a high school fight while others just watched. And I'm not going to show the whole thing because it's violence, but okay, it looks like... Here, I'm actually muting that because I don't care to hear the audio for it, but here comes Jonathan Majors breaking up what looks like a fight with some high schoolers. And why is this trending, I ask? Why is Jonathan Majors beating people up trending? Well, okay, so here's the TMZ article on it that came out today. And I'm not going to go over it too much, because I don't really care. He broke up a high school fight. I don't know what he was doing near the high school. I don't really have any information on it. But I'll tell you why this came out today. I'll tell you why. Because Jonathan Majors is going to be trending. For other reasons. And they would really rather have a story where he plays the hero breaking up a fight come out than the actual story that's coming out, which is Jonathan Majors receives new court date as prosecution says it's ready for trial. Majors faces misdemeanor charges of harassment and assault in connection with the March 25th arrest. The actor has pled not guilty and a trial date has not yet been set. Jonathan Majors is due back in court September 15th on misdemeanor charges of harassment and assault as the prosecution says it is ready for trial. Now, I will remind you, if you don't know what's going on, back in March, Jonathan Majors was arrested on domestic violence charges. And people were like, oh, this looks bad. And then his agency and his PR firm both dropped him. And that looks horrible. And then a whole bunch of people were coming out and saying, I've known Jonathan Majors when he was working in the theater scene in New York, and everybody's got a story about how violent and aggressive that man is. And then his lawyer had the brilliant idea of releasing texts between Jonathan Majors and the woman that he is alleged to have assaulted, which the lawyer said completely exonerate him. But if you read this, so the woman that he assaulted says, please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry that you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of hospital. Just call me when you're out. So this is a woman who was in the hospital after Jonathan Majors had a fight with her. And she's like, I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. This looks like total battered woman syndrome right here. They thought this was goods to release. And he is getting a trial date set tomorrow. Now, the original trial was set in August, and there was some, like, I think the prosecution team asked for an extension because they still had some stuff. The whole legal system, I don't know how it works. I know I've seen TV shows and stuff, but there's always like ways to delay it and extensions and everything like that. But Jonathan Majors, tomorrow, he is getting a trial date, and we're going to find out what happens to him. And the reason I'm bringing this up, the reason I'm talking about Jonathan Majors, is Jonathan Majors is currently the next Thanos in the MCU. Like, they cast him in Quantumania to play Kang the Conqueror, and when they cast him there, they decided that they were going to rework their entire plan for phases 4, 5, and 6 to have him become the ultimate big bad for that series of MCU films. And while Jonathan Majors' talent agent dropped him, and PR firm dropped him, Marvel Studios has not dropped him. Despite Jonathan Majors' controversies, Loki producer teases that Kang has a big part to play in Season 2. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but here is a relevant quote. Victor Timely, which is one of the Kang variants in the MCU, Kang the Conqueror, he's got, a whole bunch of different variants. Variants are like versions of you from different universes. We've all seen Spider-Verse. We know what those guys are. Anyway. But Victor Timely is one of the Kang variants. Victor Timely is somebody that we're very, very excited about. When you look at Kang, he has a very funny comic backstory. He has all these iterations. Timely was one that we've always wanted to do in Loki, and I think we're really excited about how that integrates into the season. It's a big part of the show. So, I'll remind you that Jonathan Majors was arrested in March. It is now September. Even before the writer's strike and the actor's strike started, they weren't making moves to try and reshoot his scenes with a different actor. They're keeping him on. This looks like it's another Ezra Miller type situation. And I think Marvel's got a real problem on their hands because this guy is about to go on trial, and we're going to see... now, again, this whole situation was so awful that his own PR firm ditched him. But Marvel's kind of hoping it's just going to go away. Marvel's kind of hoping that his lawyer who had the genius move of releasing the texts that make him look even more guilty, is going to try and, get him off or whatnot. But look, the MCU it's not like they've never recast before, okay? Mark Ruffalo isn't the first Hulk. Don Cheadle isn't the first Rhodey. William Hurt recently passed away, and so Harrison Ford is going to be playing Thunderbolt Ross for the future of the MCU. So recasting can happen. And because Kang is a variant, and we've already got established in Loki Season 1 that variants can look different, like they have different actors playing different versions of Loki in Season 1 of Loki, you could easily just cast somebody else to play the other Kangs. That would be fine. Like, I nobody is denying Jonathan Majors' talent as an actor. I have enjoyed his performances in the MCU that I've seen. But this is an Ezra Miller type situation where he's a problematic actor, a violent actor with domestic abuse allegations against him. And Kevin Feige's just okay with that. And, like, I'm going to be reviewing Loki here. It comes out in a couple weeks. And I'm feeling really conflicted about it because of Jonathan Majors. I reviewed The Flash, mostly just because I knew it was going to flop anyway. And I just kind of wanted to see the train wreck there. But here, I don't know. The MCU has been floundering creatively, and in terms of box office, they haven't been seeing the returns that they used to. I think their last couple movies haven't even broken like 500 mil at the box office, which you look back like 3 or 4 years, every single movie they were putting out was making like $1 billion. So it really, I don't understand why, with all of this, Marvel hasn't even there's not even rumors that they've had talks about replacing Jonathan Majors as Kang. You could do it. Just... MCU fell off after Endgame? Yeah, I have to agree, Valhalla. It's felt fairly rudderless. When they announced that it was going to be the multiverse saga, and then every single time that they've had the multiverse in something, it's always like it seems like none of the writers are actually talking to each other about what the multiverse is and how it works and who's doing what with it. I don't know. It just seems like it's a gimmick to bring back a whole bunch of people from other film franchises. Which, like, okay, if you're going for a nostalgia bait, I get it. It makes money. People keep showing up to see the live action remakes of the Disney animated movies. But I don't know. Yeah, I am kind of souring on the MCU, and keeping Jonathan Majors on when the dude is literally getting a trial date tomorrow. I don't get it. Give me a second. I need a drink. Non-alcoholic drink. I hate how I say I need a drink, and because I'm drinking like a Diet Coke, I don't want to say water. But if I just say a drink, then it's like, wait, no. You say you're getting water if you're drinking water. You say you get a drink if you're getting alcohol. All right. So, with all that out of the way, with Hollywood news covered, let's get on in to the reviews. Okay, so I saw the Nun II, and I have never seen a Conjuring verse movie before. I don't even really understand what the Conjuring verse is. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, well, we got to have a shared universe now that Marvel did it. And, like, if it were a case where they're, like, having some of the different characters, like, meeting each other, or, like, say, maybe a ghost from one of the films, like, shows up in one of the other films, I could see that. But, like, this is the only one of these I've seen, and it didn't seem to have a connection to some broader verse, other than it's a sequel to the first Nun movie, which I didn't even see. But yeah, I haven't seen the first Nun. I haven't seen any of them. If they were like building up towards some big thing, like I can understand like when Universal was trying to do their dark universe. Like, I get it. They want to have like Dracula and Frankenstein and the Mummy all teaming up or fighting each other or whatnot. But I don't see what's the point here. And like, I generally don't like this style of horror movie. It seems very much reliant on jump scares. And a jump scare is, in my mind, the equivalent of a stand-up comic jumping off stage, going up to a random audience member and tickling them and then saying, "There, I made you laugh. I'm a good comedian." Because, like, yeah, technically, you're a stand-up comic, and you did make somebody laugh, but you didn't do something funny. You were just doing something to, like, trigger an autonomous reaction, right? Like, and especially, like, if you get kind of the cadence of these movies down, because a lot of these movies are pretty formulaic, and you get like the cadence of the scares down, you can basically predict exactly when a jump scare is going to happen, which robs it of its, intended impact, right? If I can go like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the jump scare happens right as I finish there, obviously I'm not scared because I saw it coming. And that's mostly what this movie is. And like the nun itself, it's a demon that takes the face of a nun because it's more blasphemous that way. And so it's like, but it's a nun with a scary face. And like, it doesn't do anything other than look scary and stand in like a shadowy place, or like you see its scary face for a second, but then you look away and you look back and it's like, oh no, there was just a shape in the wall that kind of looked like a nun's face or something like that. But my general taste for horror is more of like the Ari Aster kind of horror. Like he did Hereditary and Midsommar, and those movies don't rely on jump scares at all. Those movies I mean, they do have like gore and like, you know, big like punchy elements in them, but it's not like a you have a big like orchestra hit where it goes boom and you go like, oh my god, there was a thing. Oh, okay, I'm good now. But no, the those movies tends to have like just a general malaise throughout the entire film. You feel the tension and you feel unsettled the whole time. Whereas in this movie, there's a lot of stuff where people are just happy and, you know, just going off and doing their thing, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a bad thing that happens. And so, like, there's no real, like, oppressive tone throughout the film. It's, you know, the nun shows up to do its thing, and then it disappears for no reason other than, oh, it shows up to be scary for 5 minutes, now let's go back to the plot. I don't know. I see that Sai seems, disappointed that I don't quite like these movies. I get, like, if you like, you know, just popcorn trash is kind of how I describe this. Like, I can understand that there is a certain appeal there. It's just, it's not for me. And in terms of, like, just in terms of, if you haven't seen the first movie, you can go into this one without having to see it at all. Like, they did make this movie very much expecting a general audience who either didn't see the first one or couldn't be asked to remember the first one, because they, like, anything important from the first movie that comes over, they fill you in. Like, they have people telling stories about the events of the first one, and they say, oh, they defeated the nun the first time with, like, the blood of Jesus Christ. They had, like, a relic of the blood of Jesus Christ that they used or something like that. And there is something that I have to bring up that is a spoiler, because it's the end of the movie. So I'm gonna put this up, and I'm gonna put up this spoiler warning here, and I'm gonna take it down after I've talked about it, because I'm talking about the ending. So if you don't want to hear that, mute until the spoiler text goes off like this. So this is up. You have been warned. Here's the spoiler. So they defeat the nun by using transubstantiation, because the nun is in a wine cellar, and the two, like, the two main characters, the actual nuns, not the demon nun, that are fighting it, they pray over the wine to turn it into the blood of Jesus, and that's how they defeat the nun. And it's not only that bad, it's that I called it like 30 minutes beforehand, because they set up that, oh yeah, where the demon is, this place used to be a vineyard, and there was like a whole conversation where one of the characters expressed doubts about transubstantiation, and they've set up how the demon was defeated the first time with the blood of Jesus Christ. And so, like, I just wrote down in my notes, I'm like, if they defeat the demon with transubstantiation, I'm gonna be so mad. And they did. So I called it. I saw it a mile away, and it was exactly as dumb as I was expecting. When it happened, I didn't get mad. Actually, I laughed. Because I'm just like, of course it's this dumb. Of course they would do it. But anyway, that's it. That's the spoiler. Okay, back into it. Would I recommend seeing this movie? No. You know, I have seen movies that are jump scare trash before that I could still be like, look, if it's your thing, sure, go for it. But this movie's confusing, like, and confusing in, like, at the beginning of the movie, there's like two different sets of characters that are, it's happening in like two different places, but they don't do a really good job of establishing that these are different places. Like, I actually thought all of the characters were in one spot for like a good 20 minutes of the movie, just because they didn't do a good job of establishing like different areas, because I guess a lot of the set design just felt very samey. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're setting up something big. They do have, like, they do a Marvel end credits tease for some future Conjuring thing. I guess they're bringing back the original characters for something. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, the actors, their characters from the first Conjuring, they're coming back at some point, but they only show up in the end credits. I don't even consider this a spoiler because they're not in the movie, they're just in the end credits, and it's a scene completely unrelated to anything else. I don't even know what it was about, you know? But yeah, just, if you have to see everything that's in the Conjuring verse, I would wait until this comes out on streaming. I don't understand the Conjuring verse. I think anything that I learn about it has been against my will. I saw this movie because there was not a lot else to see in the theaters this week, so there you go. Also, because Sai asked me to watch it, so there you go, Sai. This one's for you. Okay, so before I get into this one, I have to say that My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the first one, is probably the best rom-com that has come out in my lifetime. I've only seen it once, but it left such an impression on me. I saw it in like high school, and it was so funny. There's lines that I still like quote from it today, like, what do you mean you don't eat the no meat? It okay, I make lamb. And there was something so fresh and unique about that movie. And I haven't seen the second one, but I decided to go ahead and see number 3. Oh, Science just says gonna have to give you $50 on Patreon, so you have to watch more of them, of the Conjuring verse. Tell you what, you give me $50 on Patreon, sure, I'll watch some more of the Conjuring stuff. But back to My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. I did not see My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. I saw this one, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Probably because I saw the trailer for it in front of every single movie for the last 2 months, so finally I know that I don't need to see that trailer again because the movie's out. This one is actually directed by the star and the writer of the franchise, Nia Vardalos, and I think this is her directorial debut. And it kind of shows. The script itself, it doesn't really have like a big overarching plot. Like, if you watch the trailer, you think that the big plot is she is going to Greece because her father has died and she needs to find his friends to give them his journal because that was like his dying wish or something like that. And if you look at the production timeline for the movie, the actor who played her dad actually died like while she was writing the script. So it looks to me, because if you actually go into the movie, that whole plot about the dad and everything basically happens almost entirely off screen, or like handled by other characters. Like, the trailer makes it think this is the big thing for the main character, for Tula, to handle, but no, it's like kind of just shoehorned into other existing scenes. It's like the actor died, she's like, okay, he can't come back for the sequel, I better write something about how he's dead, and like she just kind of worked it into the existing script. But a lot of this movie is just like things that are not set up before, like they only show up in that one scene, and then like one scene later they're resolved. You get so like somebody's like, oh, like you get introduced to a character you've never met before. He's Greek, but he wants to marry this Syrian refugee, and like you learn that they're engaged, and then in the next scene his parent finds out and is like, oh, but you're not marrying Greek. And then like literally in that scene they're like, that tension is resolved. They're like, okay, it's fine, you can go get married. And then they get married. And by the way, I can't remember the name of these characters because they're just created for this movie so that they can justify having the title My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Like, they are completely irrelevant to the plot other than to justify having wedding in the title. I don't think you needed a wedding in this movie. We know why it's called My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, because it's the third movie in the franchise of My Big Fat Greek Wedding. it's fine to just keep the title. You don't need to shoehorn in a wedding between characters who nobody cares about, who nobody's seen before. Right? I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot of the jokes are pretty, basic, like, kind of sitcom-y situation fare. I don't know. I don't know what else Nia Vardalos has written aside from the My Big Fat Greek Wedding franchise. But it just seems a little lazy, a little lowbrow. There were scenes where characters do things that don't really make sense other than they wanted to have this one scene, and so they just have the characters go and do the thing that they wanted to have happen, even though it wasn't really set up beforehand. There are little funny vignettes that are completely unconnected to anything else. Like there's a montage where a bunch of people keep showing up to hand gifts to the people because they're visiting Greece, and but we don't know who these people are who are giving gifts, and it's the non-Greek husband who's receiving all of the gifts. And so it's like the joke is just him being awkward, not knowing the etiquette for how to accept the gifts and how to thank them. But then we never see those characters again. We don't know what they were giving the gifts for, because they weren't giving wedding gifts. The wedding hadn't even been announced yet. It was just a scene where they're like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if he had to deal with not understanding the etiquette or feeling awkward about it, and then it has nothing to do with the rest of it. I don't know. There's a character that the husband, he goes and meets a monk who's living on the beach, and I don't understand what the setup for that plot was at all, and it doesn't really go anywhere. Again, it's a very amateurish script, which is surprising because Nia Vardalos wrote the first one. She's been in Hollywood for a long time. She wrote the original movie made almost $400 million. It was a total sleeper hit. So she's got industry connections, and I don't know what she's done with them in the last 20 years. Did she even take a writing course? I don't get it. But this is my cynical opinion. I was in the theater with a whole bunch of elderly folks, and they all seemed to enjoy the film. So I don't know, if your parents are looking for something to see and they don't have very discerning tastes, they'll probably laugh at the jokes where there's a goat that makes a funny noise. Everybody seems to like that scene. But in terms of what I know Nia Vardalos is capable of, this seemed pretty subpar. Okay. We are in episode 5 of Ahsoka, and I have had my issues with this show going forward. I have not felt the strongest about it, and I still think it could go pretty poorly. But this episode alone is probably one of the single best pieces of media to have ever come out of Star Wars. I'm not joking. The whole episode is basically Ahsoka is she's kind of in limbo. She's she's on the verge of death, and so everything is just shown from her perspective in the Force, and Anakin is there to help guide her to help her to fight to stay alive, but it's all portrayed through him completing her training as a Padawan. And he does it through lightsaber combat, in which man, that dude still has it. There's some fights in there where I was just looking at how fast he's moving versus how fast Rosario Dawson's moving, and I'm just see, I know you can do fast action because he's doing it. I think Hayden Christensen still has it. I actually quite liked him in this, and they also, because it's in limbo in the Force realm, you get to go and have fun, do fun things with where we are. They kind of do a series of flashbacks, so we see we actually go back and we see a young Ahsoka, and young Ahsoka is played by the same actress who played young Gamora in Infinity War. So like, I think that actress has she's got a niche of playing the young version of popular alien characters with different colored skin. She's done 2 of them so far. But the I don't know, just the dynamic between them, it felt so much like they had in Clone Wars. There's bits of dialogue. There was one line early on in the episode where they have a little bit of a lightsaber sparring thing, and like she like kicks him away, and she says, "Looks like you don't have much left to offer in terms of training," and like she just kind of says it a little like sarcastically, and I immediately heard it in like just like I was just like, yes, that is Ahsoka. I immediately recognized that feels like Ahsoka. A lot of what Rosario Dawson has done as Ahsoka has just not felt like the same character to me, but the little, snarky comment that she gives after beating Anakin in a round of lightsaber combat, that felt like her to me. There's a lot more of like dealing with the intricacies of the Force. There's Jason Syndulla, Hera's son. He's Force adept because his dad was Kanan Jarrus, and like he's like using the Force to try and locate Ahsoka because Ahsoka had like fallen off of a cliff, and so they're trying to find her in the ocean. And I actually kind of like that character. Like, I wasn't sure because it's a kid character. They can be a little tricky to get a good child actor. And some of the stuff that he's done in the show has just been like, okay, he's the kid character. But I actually really liked how they were setting him up as a young Force user here. I didn't mind it at all. And we've also, it seems like this is kind of the halfway point of the series. I know we've got 8 episodes, so we've got 3 left, so technically a little over halfway, but like this felt like the low point for Ahsoka before she like pulls herself up and has to go and do the final confrontation. But we've got 3 episodes more, so there's probably still going to be quite a bit of that. And I actually feel pretty excited to see where the show's going. Now, it looks like we're probably not going to be seeing much more of Hera in this, just because like Ahsoka goes off to find Sabine and Thrawn and the rest of them. And since it's in a different galaxy and Hera doesn't join them, I kind of feel like the rest of the show is just going to be off in the other galaxy. So I don't know how much more we're going to see of those characters. And I haven't really been sold on Mary Elizabeth Winstead's portrayal of Hera. I really liked Hera in Rebels, and I feel like Hera in this show has just been pretty lackluster. She kind of just stands around and has a little bit of a smirk to her face sometimes, but I don't know. She doesn't seem to have the same like leadership quality to her that she did in Rebels. I think a lot of that probably there are problems with transitioning to live action from animation that I have brought up in my previous reviews on this show, and so I don't think that I'm going to be satisfied with the portrayal of Hera in this show, even if we see her further on in the show. I think I just kind of have to let go of the idea of being satisfied with Hera. What else do we have here? I think that's all I've got to say about Ahsoka, so let's move on. Okay, so not only do I have a Lower Decks episode to talk about, but Star Trek's actually currently having a bit of an animated resurgence. There is a series called Short Treks that they had released while they were like between seasons in Discovery several years ago. They did 2 seasons of Short Treks, and they're all like 5-minute episodes of Star Trek to just kind of like focus in on like one character. They're like 5 to 15-minute episodes, and they did 2 seasons of those, and then it just kind of went away for a while. But I think it's the 50th anniversary of the animated series, the one from the 70s, and so they have announced a series of very short treks, which are little tiny animated episodes all done in the style of Star Trek the Animated Series, the one from the 70s that with the really crappy 70s animated style. And those are all being released on YouTube. So you can go check them out like right now. And I watched the first 2 have come out in the last week. And they're silly. I like the that kitschy animated style. They have said that they're non-canon, which they're definitely non-canon. But that's fine. I would actually it looks like they're going to be doing episodes from different franchises or a different series within the franchise, because like the first episode was like a proper homage to the animated series. Like they had some of the characters from that were exclusive to the animated series. Like there was a cat member of the bridge crew in the animated series that she shows up in this one because it's set on the original Enterprise. And then the next one was explicitly a Strange New Worlds one, because they had characters from Strange New Worlds who, even though those characters also appeared in the animated series, some of them did, there are others that are exclusive to Strange New Worlds. So it looks like each episode they're going to go through a different one. So that looks like it's going to be fun. I don't have a lot to say about them because they're all just very short, non-canon, comedic episodes focusing on each one, but I would recommend you check those out. One thing that annoys me, though, is that at the end of those episodes, it says you can check out Lower Decks and Star Trek the Animated Series on Paramount Plus, and I can't help but notice that those aren't the only 2 animated series of Star Trek. There is Star Trek Prodigy, which was pulled from Paramount Plus because they didn't want to pay residuals. When like a year ago they were advertising Paramount Plus as the home of all Star Trek. And now they've got a show that they don't have up on there. And I know the showrunners are still fighting to get it come back because season 2 is mostly done. They've been releasing information about it. They've been trying to either get a new home for it or to get Paramount to bring it back. And I really hope they do. But with that out of the way, with very short treks and my contractually obligated gripe about how they've treated Star Trek Prodigy, let's get into Lower Decks Season 4, Episode 3. Actually, I should have done a little bit more prep on that. I'm going to pull up my memory alpha. Here we go. This episode is called In the Cradle of Vexilon. Boimler leads his first away mission on an alien megastructure. Now, this episode takes place on Halo. That's right, John Halo himself. No, it takes place on a ring world. Everyone's gonna see it and think Halo, but I remember when Halo was first came out, when the original Xbox came out, I saw them like, oh, they made Ringworld into a game, because Larry Niven, he wrote a series of books about such a structure, and that one is like, I would like them to go a little bit more into the science of it, because I'm a big nerd, and they have things like they have the Dyson Sphere in the Next Generation and stuff like that. But here it's treated as like, oh, it's an idyllic world that's where it's the rare case where a society is being run by an AI, but it's a benevolent AI, and it's apparently just breaking down because it hasn't had a software update in a couple million years. And so they're there to do a software update, but of course things bug out as they're doing the update, so a whole bunch of like weather systems start malfunctioning, and so there's just, wacky cartoon hijinks as they're trying to tech support a an AI for a planet, basically. But this episode is a lot about Boimler, because Boimler is now a lieutenant, junior grade. He's not an ensign, and so it's his first away mission where he's like trying to unplug some power source or like change out the. I don't know exactly what it was, but it's like he's leading a team of ensigns to do something, but he's so nervous about the ensigns doing something wrong that he ends up just taking over the whole thing, and he has to learn how to not just lead by example, but also like give direction and have faith. And it's one of your standard stories of it's your first command and you've got to learn how to actually let other people do their jobs and not just do everything for them. I'm sure you've all seen the plot before. And then the other plot involves the other three getting hazed. Even though they're no longer ensigns, they're still being hazed by some of the higher-ups to do very menial tasks, and it's a series of them like trying to get back at the officer for hazing them, and the officer knows what they're trying to do and tries to like play off like he's not hazing them, and like tricks them into thinking he's like this traumatized guy who they need to help out and all this stuff. And there's some fun wackiness to it, but this episode felt like a fairly standard episode of Lower Decks. And like I said last week, a big part of Lower Decks requires knowledge of other Star Trek stuff. And like they go into a room on the Cerritos where they have a bunch of like artifacts that are being stored that do weird things, and a whole bunch of them are just references to other episodes of other series of Star Trek. Like there was this really bad episode of Deep Space Nine where a bunch of the crew got sucked into a board game, and they have one of those board games, and Rutherford gets sucked into it, and he basically has to do a speed run of the board game to get in there. And so, but like again, a lot of those references, if you see them and you've never seen Star Trek before, you're not really going to get the jokes that well. Like that whole sequence was made specifically for people who know and love that bad episode of Deep Space Nine. But if you haven't seen it, you're just going to be like, oh, that's a reference to something I don't get. So that is one of those things where, like, again, if you've never seen Star Trek before, don't start with Lower Decks. Watch a couple other series and then come into Lower Decks. But overall, I liked this episode. But that doesn't mean you would, because I know all the references and you don't. And I think that is it for my reviews today. But that is not it for my contents today, because I do believe we've got a little game called Death Stranding to play, and I need to remember... Yes, okay, there it is. Let me get this started up. Also, if you have been enjoying my content and you are not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. What do you mean? I had a thing come up when I tried to launch it. I see. Come on, game. Of course, I launched the game and it opens in the wrong window and it won't let me move it to the right window. Come on. I just looked this up, wasn't it? Windows Shift Arrow to move it to another window. Give me a second. Don't you fail on me. I'm relaunching the game. Don't you fail on me this time. I wonder if it's a case where options, graphics settings. There we go. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. There we go. Now I just need to set the audio to the right thing. Okay, and then... yeah. All right. Let's continue some Death Stranding. Now, as I was playing on Monday, there was a whole bunch of cinematics. So I think I only ended up actually playing the game for maybe 40% of the time that I was playing it. But I think I am now at the point where I get to actually play the game. So.
Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Well, beginning scan.
Oh, it says take on a new order. I want to go over here. Okay. All right, let's get an order. Oops, wrong button.
Sam, this is Di Hartman. Your current objective is to extend the chiral network from here to Port Knot City. But don't think you can make a beeline straight for it. Signal won't carry that far.
I gotta set up the internet again.
We need to utilize knots. Think of it like tying ropes together to make a longer rope. The first of these knots is a Bridges Way station. Go ahead and take a look at the order.
Okie dokie.
Deliver whatever they need and connect the Cupid.
Okie dokie.
Sam, order summaries may contain information critical to your success. Make sure to review them before getting underway.
Condition less than 50% damage, so I need to be careful not to keep falling. Select. Accept orders. Yeah, let's load all on my back.
Sam, we've supplied you with some rope and a ladder for this run. They
Ooh.
should help with the steeper inclines, and the ladder will also make a halfway decent bridge if you need to cross a river. Right now, I figure you're thinking about how you want to handle this order.
American Truck Simulator, as Vosh calls it. Yeah, it is a walking simulator. Okay, yeah, let's load all. Okay, does it want me to... yeah. Just confirm, head out. Oh, he tied his hair back.
Order assigned.
Okie dokie.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
Yeah, I got it. Oh. What do we got? I just wore my glasses, which I have blinged out. Okay, so we can do... I can urinate, I can equip a climbing anchor or a ladder. I've got... it looks like I've got 4 ladders. Let me equip the ladder there. Or unequip it, okay. And let's see. Let's unequip. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still learning all of this, but all right. let's see. So we are heading west. So yeah, we've got a big mountain range here. So it looks like the best way to proceed will be around and across these rivers. Now, can I zoom in? What's the nope, that's is there really no zoom option? Oh, there's the zoom option. Okay, here we are. All right, so if I go around here, I still got to deal with this river, but heading up river a little bit is a shorter crossing. Yeah, okay. Let's place my first marker. We'll go here. Okie dokie. Oh, actually, and then we'll... There. That way I know that's where I want to go.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Oh, what do we got over here? Can I read it? Press left button and Y to put up a sign. You can use these to share information. That's cool. All right. Well.
Keep on keeping on.
Oh, what's this? Can I pick you up? Special device. Okay, so I cannot pick him up. What do we got?
Sam, even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
Will do.
Easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Oja deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect set IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Yeah, I see. I think that's what those are. Okay, so. Oop, hold on. I think. Yeah. Let's get on through here. That was pretty shallow. What is this? This is a thing that's got a big light, so I want to find it out. I bet it's probably more cargo, right? Yep. Lost cargo, disk-based media. Let's pick you up. Okie doke. Yeah, we're heading this way. Less of a climb. What's that?
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
Ooh, what do we have here? I don't know what this is. Uh-oh.
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Is this a... Deliver requested cargo and cargo dropped by others. Can I do that here?
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost.
Nice.
Feel free to submit it here for processing.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
So how do I get shelter from the rain then? Well, okay, hang on. It says there's a ladder here. Yeah, let's go to that ladder. I don't know how to get out of Timefall. Exposure to Timefall renders cargo containers less impact resistant, so if I fall, they take more damage, but it doesn't mean they necessarily take damage themselves. Okay. But I just don't see shelter for the Timefall, you know?
Sam, if you come up against a sheer cliff or a steep slope, don't forget about the ladder we issued you.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
sure to try it out. I'd be interested to see what uses a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
Well, said use a ladder here. Oh, hang on. Okie dokie. So. How do I place it here? Okay, so right trigger. Aha. Interesting. Okay, well, let's try like that. No, hang on. There we go. Okay. We'll see how well this one did. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Probably want more of those ladders. Which I do think I've got equipped. Oh good, the time fall's over. Oh, what is this? Oh, this must just be a border. Disconnected from chiral network.
Hey!
Oh, interesting. You could say I always like the quiet, and then I just yell immediately. Okay, so. That's where I need to get to. Okay. Hold on just a minute. I need to get down from here somehow. There's a marker right here. Is that a ladder marker? What do we got? Oh, it's a grappling hook marker. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's... Okay, and can I descend? Oh good, it's got a readout for how much of the rope I've got left. I'm only halfway. Not bad at all. Okay, and release the rope. All right. Now I just need to cross this river somehow. And now that I'm going downhill, I have a bigger risk for falling. I am bracing myself more. That is a very wide river, though, so finding a way across. Is there anything? Oh, it looks like there might be some stones to walk across. I suspect that's probably what I'm supposed to do. So let's head over here. Oh, we've got some cargo to grab. In fact, I bet those cargoes are there to let me know where there's an easier crossing. Yeah, that looks like a much narrower section of the river. I bet this is where it wants me to go. Oh, that almost at cargo weight limit. Stamina restored and... Ooh. Oh, this should be fun. Yeah, hang on. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Cargo, check and adjust cargo. What was that big thing that I picked up? Backup fuel. Let's ditch this. Yeah, that's too heavy. Oops. It said charges will be undone, sorry. Yeah, let's offload. Okie dokie. There. Yeah, that was too much cargo. But let's see. How is crossing over here going to work? I'm looking to see if there's a good Okay. How about you? You seem like much smaller cargo. Oh yeah. Much smaller cargo. And that looks like a pretty narrow part of the river, so let's just cross here.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
By the way, if you are enjoying the content and you are feeling so generous, I happen to have a donation link down below. I still don't have YouTube monetization, but there is a Stream Elements link in the description of the video. You can just go there and donate if you want. Any amount that you can give would be greatly appreciated. And if you can't afford anything, that's fine too. I am happy to have you here with me. What do we got? You came up. What are you? Nothing? I don't know.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Cargo verified.
Let's go set up. Let's do... Oh, I don't have lost cargo. Okay, so just deliver requested cargo. I delivered the smart drugs.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization, or the UCA, or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. You may have a luck.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Valhalla.
Thank you again.
Also, hey, Lucky Otter, welcome in. I didn't see you in chat earlier.
And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
No. All right. One star, 2 star. 2 point something stars. Or is that connection level? I don't know what connection level is. Let's just skip through all of this.
You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but... The second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were gonna connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years!
Well...
And they sent us one guy. Shit.
Yeah, man, tell me about it.
Brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
Yay!
Really? So it's true. I finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? You put us on the goddamn grid.
Oh, and I see Sai's message from a while back. Did you miss the cremation of the mom? Yeah, that was last stream. Man, this internet be hitting different. New strand established. Wait. I walked that far. This is a much shorter map of the United States. Everything is definitely shrunken down. Way station west of Capital Knot City has joined the UCA. Following structure can now be constructed using the PCC, a post box. New options have been added to delivery terminals. You can deliver lost cargo, share locker, Donate weapons and equipment. Share locker. Withdraw cargo. Okie dokie. Barrier is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other players' structures. Oh, and your signal's better now.
The capital, not city, confirmed. It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you.
Heading out California way.
You hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the chiral network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover,
Okey-doke.
we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway.
Well, that's in the river valley too, so that'll...
Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
All right.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
This is the access terminal. I want the delivery terminal, right? Where's the delivery? Or no, do I? Oh, it does want me to access this one. Fabricate equipment.
Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Okay, let's take a look at fabricate equipment then. Ladder, climbing anchor, and PCC.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
I don't think I want a post box right now. Okay, well, I've got 4 ladders, and let me buy 1 climbing anchor at least. Take on orders. Oh, there is an order to construct a post box. Yeah, let's do that one. And then, yeah, let's accept orders here. Actually, accept orders.
To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC.
Oh.
It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Let's do that then. Doke. Oh boy, I am way more loaded out this time.
Order assigned.
Halfway.
Sam, assuming Assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated to build that post box, would you?
That'd be that
You
one,
should
right?
have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to
Yeah.
time.
I think I want to. Whoop. Weapons usage restrictions lifted. Okay, hang on. Okay, I actually want to be heading this way then. Because it's by the... Let's head on here.
God damn it.
This is heavy. I think I want to go down. Let's brace myself as I head on downhill. And go this way. And if there's a post box, I think I've got some non-delivered cargo that I need to get in. Okay, let me check. I think I need to get down to the beach. Yeah, I think I want to use this one.
Today's a good day. This one's for you.
Gave you a bunch of likes. Okie dokie. Now, where it... No, oh, I did not mean to call out. Okay. But that's the post box construction, so I head on up this way. Looks like I'm able to move faster when I'm not walking on the rocks, which makes sense. Actually, hang on. I do not have urine equipped. Interesting. Oh, change page. I'm equipping that anyway. What was that about? Oh. Yeah, I don't need it out yet. It's just the time fall. I don't think I'm having a BT encounter here. Why have I got a giant rucksack? Well, I've got to carry a bunch of stuff, you know? I'm making a big old delivery. I'm rebuilding the internet, you know?
I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post.
There we go. Okay.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine look.
Can I... Good. There. I have delivered some cargo. Cargo has been entrusted to another player. Okay, and now my weight is less than half, so I think I will be even less burdened. Now, I need to be getting over here. So, I have a ways to go. Now, there was a ladder that I crossed, right? Like, right over here, wasn't it? Yeah. So let's head back to that ladder. Actually, which side of the river do I need to be on? I need to be on this side. And I'm currently on the wrong side. So I'm going to use that ladder and cross over. Resins. Is this something I should pick up? Approaching cargo weight limit. I'm actually going to go ahead and return to the mailbox and just deliver this stuff right now. Do I not have the weird truck thing yet? No, right now it is just a walking simulator. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo.
Yeah. Weapons and equipment. There was something that I picked up. Resins. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. I decided to donate it. I don't want to carry it. Alright, we're good. Cargo shared with other players, 26 likes received. Oh. Weather is getting bad. Hopefully no BTs show up. Might have to get this and give it a try. Yeah, I was able to get it for free. They were doing a brief giveaway of it a couple months back. So I snagged it then. Very pretty game. Still getting it all worked out. Hello, my ladder. Oops. Hang on. Oh, I'm just yelling. Well, I tried to get onto it, but it didn't quite work, but I'll give you a like anyway.
Good day. Thanks for the help.
It was a noble effort, but now I must get out of the riverbed and hug this side. Oh, I should probably do some of this, right?
How you doing, Sam?
Uh-oh. I don't like that noise. Not one bit. What the fuck?
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Okay. I'm on my way. Hang on. How close am I to my destination? Well, I don't even know what this blobby area is. Is this like the search area they're looking for? I need to get over here, so.
Sam, don't get too close to mule territory unless you have to.
Oh.
Focus on your deliveries for now.
So I'm in enemy territory? Is that what this is? Yeah, okay. I don't want to be here. Oh, shit. That does not sound good. Am I... Oh, dear. That dude's after me. Oh. Saved by the BTs.
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
Okay. They didn't really give me much trouble, but good to know not to climb up there because that was where their base is. I just need to get through here. Yeah, the fact that I had my blood meter come up was like, oh, that means I'm about to have like a fight or something, right? I'm honestly surprised I didn't like, when I was running down that whole thing, I'm surprised I did not fall and hurt myself, you know? What we got over here? What are you? I don't know what you are. What are you? I don't know what this is. But I'm gonna continue on my way. Disconnected from chiral network. So if I stay on this side, I will be on the chiral network. That's what that boundary is. I think I see a structure over there. I think that might be it. Actually, let me go ahead and... there. Perfect. Oh dear. Running time? I don't know what that's about, but I am running. Oh shit, it is running time. Fuck, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Damn it. Damn it. They just pulled me in, didn't they? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Holy shit. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm running from it. At least I know where my stuff is. Yeah. No, no, no. Don't knock me. Okay, okay. Is it over? It's over. Okay. How do I... What is it? What's the command for... let me just... What was the command for being brave for baby? This baby has been... Soothing baby. Okay, so left button plus down. Okay, gotcha.
Everything's okay.
Okay. Let's go pick up my shit now. Now, I also need to get some... I don't even know what you call them. The tardigrade things. I need to find those and eat those because my blood is way down. After that whole encounter with the whale monster thing, squid. Hey baby, what's up? Uh-oh. Baby.
Something wrong, Sam?
Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
Well, I'm going to a distribution center, so I guess we'll just have to do that.
Maybe.
Autotoxemia. Ah, fuck. I don't want more timefall. I just need to get out of here.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Joke. Hang on, let me...
I'll
Oh,
get you to a private room, so...
I can't do BB yet. Okay, so... But once I get here, I should be able to. Is that a fucking bike? Oh, hell yes. I'm in a distribution center now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Yeah, probably. Make delivery, deliver requested cargo. Doke.
Way station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right?
That's me, Sam Porter Bridges.
The chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a squid that sucked me through the ground.
You weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Not too bad for the cargo. Ooh, 45%, 45%, 45%. That was from the fall, but we're good. Skip all of that. All right. I don't know what any of that data means.
Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Let's do it. Hopefully there's a private room here. Feels like I have not walked that far.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
All right.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor.
Well, I saw you had a bike out there. I definitely want that thing.
And keep on doing what you do.
Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
I'm gonna.
Good work.
Where is the private room? Do I do that here? Rest in private room. Here we go.
Dead man, you there? Little help? Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
Let's rescue the baby.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Yeah, sure, easy.
Mother.
Located in the capital Nun City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB.
So
And you, in turn,
the
connect
BBs
yourself to
are
a BB,
born from brain dead
granting you the
mothers.
ability to sense BTs.
Interesting.
These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Nun City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on.
BB.
You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to
It's
get
a baby.
attached.
What are you talking about?
Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then?
And then it'll be
There's
incinerated.
no way to keep my BB alive.
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon.
All right.
Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted.
Will do.
Good night, Sam.
Good night, Guillermo del Toro. Why do you gotta handcuff yourself to sleep, though?
London Bridge is falling down.
Oh no, a dream.
Falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east. Back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone.
True, we need
They're
connections.
supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope.
America! We need the hope of America to defeat the BTs.
I'll be waiting, Sam.
I don't know, for some reason that just sounds like the US Army is going to war against K-pop.
Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower?
Of course I'm gonna take a
Good for the
shower.
body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
I'm gonna go take a shower and somebody's gonna call me in the shower, because that's what always happens. Butt shot.
Sam,
See, there it is. Never fails.
Deadman relayed your request to me, and I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Maher. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Try running. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT.
Ooh.
I'm curious to see how they react.
Do I have a
Who
weapon?
knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past.
It is a very strange game,
Not
so
just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction.
like I haven't
There
even
may well be
figured
hope
out
for humanity.
if there's combat in the game
I
yet.
have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Oh, he hung up.
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you.
I got email.
I'm not taking a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room.
There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records.
I can piece
Our
together the
archives are still a work
MCU.
in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Okay. Where's the... Oh, activate terminal. Is that what I want? Mail. Here we go. Sorry, Sam. Bad news. Thanks for delivering those rare metals, Sam. Everyone at the Distro Center really appreciates you coming through. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, though. That bike you saw outside? Its battery's dead. You'll have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once, though. Auto charger should kick in after. Okay, so I need some batteries. Sorry if we got your hope. Oops. Sorry if we got your hopes up, and I've got some more bad news for you, too. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everything that's produced gets put to proper use. That's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart, with the whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over at the way station. He used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like pulling teeth getting him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever, always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half his load en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short on materials at the moment. Sure, you'll soon help us put that to rights. We're counting on you, Sam. Okay. George Batten says things are looking up here at the way station. It doesn't look like there's anything relevant here. So, but all right. I think, let me check on BB. Are you good to go now? Yep, you're synced. So let me soothe the BB. Oh, BB.
Oh.
All right. Let's go ahead and head on out. Hey, it's Mads Mikkelsen.
Everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
System woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Something's going on with this BB.
Sam, out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Well, I just got a memory of its dad.
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Lead-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician?
No, I'm pretty sure it's the dad of the BB.
It has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone.
I wonder how
If I find
something like
anything
this
out, I'll
started.
tell you, all right?
It's got to be like out of desperation, right? Because you're creating.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of
Yeah. You're creating something out of a human baby, turning it into a device. That kind of shit
I ran some network diagnostics.
has to have been done out of pure desperation against the BTs, right?
Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all
No
the trouble
printer?
we went through to bring us those
So I can't make a battery?
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory.
Well, I walked past that earlier.
Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back?
Okay, maybe I'll be doing some combat then. Take on orders. Oh, I can finally collect chiral crystals.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Doke.
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. As the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Yay! I get to gather crystals now.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints.
So they must grow out of the handprints that the BTs leave.
If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned.
Collect at once 1 CG of chiral crystals and retrieve the chiral printer interface from the mule post box.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Econ keeping up.
So, collect chiral crystals, and then oh, okay, the mule camp. It's a new one, and that wants me. That's actually got a path for me. Online sign go up. Okay. Well, I guess we are doing the crystal collection first. And I also can't use this bike yet because it doesn't have a battery. Sag.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultra deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
What is this?
Keep on keeping on.
Oh, it's just a cheerleader sign. Okay.
Almost there.
Here we go. Is that all I needed? Okay, then I'm gonna go back and turn in that mission then.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Them. Chiral crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any chiral crystals you're carrying.
Oh, I don't have that. So how do I... Is that something that we're doing? Okay, so I just recycle it, and then what's it do when I recycle it?
Got some chiral crystals for us?
Yep, I gotcha.
These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals.
I literally just picked up one.
R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
Provide a design data for the following container repair spray. Okay. Chiral crystals can now be used at all UCA affiliated facilities. The amount of materials that can be used at the distribution center west of Capital City has increased. A new option has been added to delivery terminal claim materials.
Excess chiral crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed. Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Doke. Some of this facility's bandwidth has been shared with Sam. More structures can now be built within the chiral network area. Amount of okie doke. I just got a bunch of achievements. You've achieved delivery volume grade 10. You can now carry more cargo. Nice.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
What do we got? Tell me it's...
That's container repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that.
Gotcha.
Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
BC.
There is a correlation between elevated chiralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range.
I don't know what any of that means.
Be sure to collect it. you'll be well rewarded.
Sounds good.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Alright, now it's time to go and steal that thing.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Still got work to do, Sam. Let's not keep people waiting.
I know. Okay, so we want to go this way. These are markers to show. I suspect. Yeah, it's showing me the trail to follow. How about that?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Oh no,
Restrictions
I see.
lifted.
That's the boundary.
Lore have it, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
Okay, well, I don't have weapons, so I don't know. Oh, I can punch. Gotcha. Okay, good to know. Well, definitely gonna be fighting. Oh, hey, there's a crystal. I'm grabbing you.
There we go.
Climb to climb. Let's see if I can actually just free climb this. Oh, there we go. Yep, I can in fact free climb it. Sweet.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Okay. So I want to use a ECC to build. No. How do I? Okay, so use. You down to select. And you hit down to select watchtower. Okay. And then another structure detected nearby. Where do I place this then? Okay.
Let's do this. Should be nice when it's done.
Construction complete.
Oh, I guess I can't go higher than that. Panel printer is there. Okay. Do I have any... What do we got in here? Okay, nothing in here. Approaching destination, this should be fun. Fuck is that?
Mule drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key.
Well, here's a cave.
Profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
Can I, like, yeah, I can crouch. Oh, hey. There's materials in here. From the letter. And then I want to go down through here. Maybe. Sam can hide in grass. Nice. So I'm looking to... Okay, I see. Those square markers above people's heads, that's where dudes are. So there's a dude right there, and it looks like there's a dude closer to the thing. Hide in here. And... Hang on, I need to look. How do I hold breath? Where is holding breath? There's a lot of, like, commands in this game. I don't know. Okay. What? Okay, that's what I... That... Let's see, I'm carrying 75 kilograms, so let's ditch some of this stuff. Yeah, let's actually ditch. Offload. 65. And I picked up a ladder. Let's offload the ladder. Okay, that should be good then. Now I am not overburdened. And we'll confirm. Now I gotta get out of here. Back into the main, or into the cave. There was a ladder that I ditched, and I probably wanted to set it up here, right? Maybe? No? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm making my delivery here, so... I think I am pretty much good to go. And I didn't run into a single mule that I had to punch. How about that? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I not eat any of those things? Guess not. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so that is a... Yeah, I think I just need to... How do I... safely descend? Yep, that's what I wanted. Oh, shit. All right.
Seriously?
Oops. I'm sorry, BB. Okay. Seems like he's good. BB looks happy. Sorry about that fall. I probably should have, like, done an anchor, right?
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it's
Is this politics in my video game?
Cargo chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next porter. Make sure you're not him.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
All right. Oh, I don't have less cargo. Okay. There you go. With the Chiral printer, hopefully I can get that battery and give me a bike.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it.
Nice.
Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Does this guy look like John Noble to anyone else? Like, look at his face. He looks like a young John Noble. John Noble played Denethor in Lord of the Rings. He was also Walter in Fringe. I don't know. Guy kind of looks like him. Doesn't sound like him at all, obviously, but skip all out. I don't care about any of that.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine. Conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that, and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies.
Okay.
Bridge is standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
See you around.
Okay.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine.
Well, that would explain the time fall.
It is transmitting data into the past.
Ooh.
Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the beach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive man's with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
All right. What do we got? Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Did I get more? Yeah, here we go. There you go. There's my additional crystals. Now, let's see. Clay materials. I should probably start, because there was like some metals, but I left them behind because I just couldn't carry enough. Take on orders. Construction of a bridge. Power supply unit delivery wind farm. Deliver the power supply unit. And bridge. Oh, and there's no weight for this one. I think it's just using one of my, Alright, let's do it.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
Okay. But where does it want me to build the bridge? Oh my god. I have 100 kilograms loaded up. This should be fun. Alright. We're gonna be going real slow. In fact, maybe I should have only accepted one of those missions.
Thank you for your contribution. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Where? Okay, so is that... Okay, good. It's just right here. Perfect, then. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, then I'm not too worried. This is a short trip.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Restrict your weapons.
Sam, looks like you found the site. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Oops. Plate structure, metals, material, and materials. All right. How much did that get? It completed it, yay! Bridge is bridge.
Bravo, Sam. That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that...
Oh, good. I wanted to build it because I'm going to the wind farm, which is right over here.
Every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
Yeah, this bridge is quite useful. Okay. I think I'm going the right way. Head on up here. Oh. Oh. 43 CG. What about you? Disc-based media. How heavy are you? Oops, that's not what I wanted. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I want to keep going this way. Oh, and there's a ladder. I think I might want to use that ladder. Wait, what are you? More lost cargo. Let's grab you. I think it's if I get above 65 kilograms that I will be overloaded. Ooh. That was... You don't just immediately stop when you stop moving. Let's get on up here then. You do. In this valley. Ooh, what are you? Is that a battery? I don't know what it is. Asking for materials, maybe? It's hard to tell. I have no idea. Now, what are you?
There we go.
Handleweed? Is this gonna overburden me? Yep. Let's put you down. All right. Nope, still not enough. Okay, let me pick that up. Because that was 1.4. I guess I'm going to put you down then. All right. So that will be it for what I can carry. Sounds like a timefall's about to start. Oh, and have a good night, Valhalla Vidya. Okay, I'm getting close. Strong wind will make movement trickier. These effects can be reduced by arranging a cargo so that it offers less wind resistance. That's interesting. Yeah, I can feel the effects of the wind. It's shifting me ever so slightly. Oh, what do we got? What was that about? Oh. And pick up you. Stamina decreased. Hang on. No. What is... urinate? Maybe I just need to pee.
There's a time for everything. This ain't it.
Okay. Never mind then. Oh, I guess it ends up being over here, but I still want to go up to this thing because I don't know what it is. Huh, I guess this is not what I wanted to pick up. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Almost had a nasty fall. Okay, so the wind farm is over this way. Oh geez. I need to do a fun descent. There is a bit of a path I can kind of make out. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Ooh, that could have gone really poorly. Okay. Oh, I'm so close. Oh. I am not picking up that supply. Oh shit, 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 shit. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is that? I have no idea. What the hell was that? No, not BTs. Yeah. It's running time. Container damaged. Ah, shit. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, I'm out. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. No. Okay, hang on. Jeez. Holding my breath. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Oh, darn. Dang it. Cargo container ruin. Okay. Okay, hang on. I need to ditch some cargo because it got ruined, so... Alright. Oops, cancel. There. Now. Okay, it's in sight. I just need to make it. Hopefully there's a facility that I can rest at there. And... Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Almost to safety. Okay.
You're clear of BG territory. The Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess.
I don't know what the Death Stranding is.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you. With this unit, we should be able to power the distro center via the chiral network.
Nice.
Other places too, if it works. Here's hoping the UCA can put our electricity to good use. Mind if I have a look? Incredible. How'd you get this here? You fly?
All right.
All we need now is a connection to the chiral network. Go for it.
Let's do it.
Network bandwidth is a limited resource, and every structure you... However,
Okie dokie. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, I've got basically everything east of the Mississippi now. Wind Farm has joined the UCA. jeez. Getting out of here is going to be fun, though.
About time we did our part. Thanks again. You know, I heard the rest of your team was wiped out. Makes what you're doing all the more incredible. You're a one-man expedition. I hope Amelie's doing as well as you. Wonder if she made it to Edgenot City yet. It was her that put us in charge of the wind farm. I was with the group bringing up the rear while Amelie led the way. I've never met her in person, but it was an honor to travel with her all the same. When you see her, feel free to tell her I said so, huh?
Sam.
Hey, Guillermo.
I ran an experiment with your blood. It seems you were onto something. After dispersing an aerosolized sample of your blood in BT territory, we observed reduced activity. While this is hardly definitive as we have no other repatriates to whom we can turn for additional testing, it does suggest that the bodily fluids of repatriates are repellent to BTs. Mama had the idea of developing a weapon to test this theory. The prototype should be ready soon.
Nice.
And when it is, we'd like you to test it.
I would like to test it myself.
Sam, this is the perfect opportunity. We've almost got the whole region on the Cairo network. All that's left is Port Knot City. Return to Capital Knot City so you can pick up relief supplies for Port Knot. By the time you arrive, we can give you the completed prototype in person.
Yes, I'm back
One
in,
other thing.
or back in track, tracking back.
Porters get out to that wind farm. While you're there, you should pick up any outstanding orders. No sense coming all the way back here empty-handed if there's work to be done.
True.
Have a look at that delivery terminal.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
I'm gonna rest. You're tired. Your game will be saved automatically every time Sam rests. Saved games can be loaded by selecting system from the cufflinks. Oh, you can even sleep. How about that? Let's go ahead and do a sleep. Sam, you're gonna have a nap here. I'm waiting for that stamina bar to fill up. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I have...
By handing over excess materials to a facility, you can increase the amount stored on site. Now, these materials can then be used later for equipment fabrication and so forth. Just remember that each facility has separate stores and that the amount on hand differs from site to site. Don't get carried away.
Alright, well, let's give you some chiral crystals. Want me to...
Hey, great work. That wind farm you've brought into the network is essential for our continued expansion. By way of reward, I've added a little something to your PCC.
Generator.
A generator option. Generators recharge the batteries of all nearby
Hey, that'll get me my bike
machines,
thing.
bikes, and other battery-powered vehicles.
Let me see. I'm just doing this to take a look at what I have. So I've got two PCCs, so I don't need another one to make a generator. I've got some backup boots. So I'm good there. I have 4 ladders. Fabricate equipment. I've got boots. Tools. Let's get a climbing anchor. Yeah. Just make 1. And a container repair, maybe? And let's auto-arrange everything. And then... deliver lost cargo. Why does it say don't entrust? Oh, wait, no. Entrust. Okay, I see.
Delivering cargo.
Okay.
Congrats, Sam. You're cleared to take on open orders.
Open orders?
While they're
Ooh.
not as high priority as the ones specifically assigned to you, if you're already heading a certain way and you have room to spare, it couldn't hurt to do a little more, right?
Sure.
Just because they're not mission critical doesn't mean they're not important to someone. So why not do a good deed or two?
Well, let's see what my orders are first. Wait, that's 32 kilograms.
This is a somewhat unusual order.
Oh, there's a time limit.
Review the key points in the summary.
I have... What are my standard orders? Power tools... metals...
Double check the order summary.
And a way station, okay. Well, before I do any of that, I think...
Thank you for your contribution.
I am actually gonna go ahead... save... and I think I'm gonna call it for the night. So, you all have a wonderful day. On Monday, we will resume with some more Death Stranding and maybe some other games. I'm actually like not 100% sure if this is a game that I want to keep playing on stream, but like I'll keep at it for at least a little bit. But there might be some other games that I want to try. But thank you all for hanging out, and you have a good one. Good night.